I want to give you a very quick demonstration of the flashcards tool built into SPQR, the world's most advanced app for Latin students for iPad and iPhone. We have many other videos showing other features, or you can go to our website at romansgohome.com. But for now, let's look at flashcards. Tap here to launch the flashcards tool. You'll see there are no decks made for you by default. But if you tap edit, you can either add a new deck that you've made by hand, or tap here to add a deck from SPQR's built-in library. So for example, if you tap there, you could say, please add for me all the beginner decks, and you'll see it adds 100 card decks to your flashcard collection. Of course, most likely you're going to want to create your own decks with your own words in for yourself or your students, so you can tap add new. Now just name your deck. Let's call ours Latin 101 and tap create. By default, there are no words in the deck. You can tap here to add a new word. Just provide the Latin and the English here. For example, we might want to say dominus as our Latin word, and for the English we want to say Lord or owner. Another one, let's say vulcanus, and in English that is volcano. Add as many as you want to. It will save them all, and when you go back and press done, you can try that out straight away. So here's our Latin 101 deck. Tap there, you'll see there's Vulcanus. It shuffled the cards up for us. There's Vulcanus. Tap, flip it over, it'll say volcano, and you know, of course, whether they get that right or they get it wrong. If you get it wrong, SPQR will insert the word back into the deck in about 10 to 15 cards time, just outside the reach of your short-term memory, to retest you on that word again. You'll see there's a timer down here so you can track your progress and make sure you're getting words at really good speed. But the best thing about this is when you've made your perfect deck, you can tap edit, select your deck or multiple decks, and press share. And this will email your deck to anyone you want to. For example, you may say, let's email this to my class at myschool.edu. Pass it out to all your students. You've made the perfect flashcard deck, testing them, for example, on Cambridge Latin course, chapter 3, or whatever it is you're studying that week. You can mail it out to them to have on their iPads or iPhones or iPod touches, and it will attach the vocabulary list as you've made it, named as you've made it, with all your words in Latin and English, to the email. So what I have to do is make sure they have the app installed and they can pass out tests and test themselves on their own time. Very, very powerful stuff. The other way to add words to the dictionary is while you're reading. For example, you might be in the author's screen. This is Augustus's Res Geste. You might be in, say, chapter 9, and you're reading through and you think, oh yes, this word here, I want that word in my flashcard deck. So you press look up. It will hit it against the Lewis and Short dictionary and say, well, actually it means priests or men of priestly rank, which of course it does. But if you tap on flashcards, you can choose to add that word to one of your decks you've made already. So I can now choose Latin 101, and I'll add that word straight to my flashcard deck. So you can be reading through a text, say if you know that your course is studying Cicero's In Verem. You can find the chapter they're reading right now, add all the words as you're going to the flashcard deck that they're going to be reading next week or the week after, and mail that deck out to them based on the actual text Cicero used. That's a very, very powerful way to build flashcards. So flashcards, it's just one of the many features inside SPQR, but it's really, really powerful, helping you get the most from a text and really, really practice definitions and make sure the words have sunk in deep.